Hello everyone, Warhammer here, and welcome back to the Reikland campaign for Mortal Empires. Now, thanks to the Christmas festivities, it has been a little while since the last episode, and I do admit as well, I know I've been a bit lax with keeping to the schedule despite the festivities. But this week is going to be the start of a new year, and with that, an assurance for myself that I'm going to be keeping up with the schedule for the foreseeable future. But as it has been a little while since the last episode, a bit of a recap is in order, I think. So we left things last time with the Rise of Chaos, so we've got a few Beastmen warbands and Chaos warbands coming in from the Chaos race to the north. We fought the quest battle for Gamoraz yet again after having to do it for the last playthrough and this one. And most importantly, I've also started setting up my armies to go after their separate objectives. So if we head over down across here, for example, towards Blackstone Post, we've got Volkmar the Grim as well as Heinrich van der Saufen gonna be laying siege to Blackstone Post in order to eliminate the Barrow Legion and Heinrich Kemmler. So that's what they're up to. Over here then in Ordorf, we've got Balthasar Gelt recruiting an army to head over towards Lustria in order to re-establish contact with the Hunt Marshal's expedition. Now what I've done since the last episode is I've modified the units I was recruiting for Balthasar's army, because as you guys know I do like a bit of roleplay when it comes to my games, and I do want to do more of that in the future as well. So Balthasar Gelt, being the head of not only the Golden Order, but also, as far as my game is concerned, the Elector Count of Visserland, where Null and the Engineers Guild happens to be located. It made a lot more sense for me that his army would have an army to reflect that, basically. That made more sense in my head, but you know what I'm going at. So what I've done is get rid of the crossbowmen. We've now got handgunner regiments going to be joining in. We've got a great cannon that's going to be joining the Templehof Luminarch, as well as the Deliverance Steam Tank. And I've just modified it a little bit to be a bit more representative of Visserland in his army. Whether it's going to be as effective in the jungles of Lustria, well, that's a story for another time. But Balthasar's doing that. Kurt, I can actually send you, speaking of the Rise of Chaos, that we have an agent right here spreading chaos corruption. Let's see if we can get rid of him. 57% chance. Let's do it. Failure. Damn. Well, at least it wasn't a critical failure, and he's able to at least continue to get some experience from it. Never mind. So Kurt's moved. Vincent, can we actually send you, Vincent, to have a go? No, because you have an appalling chance of doing it. Okay, never mind. You can stay there, Vincent, for now. Okay, Volkmar. So here's the thing with... In fact, what do we have here? 1 second. We have both Mucilon and Sylvania here. Interesting. Okay. What I'm thinking then with these two armies, if we grab Heinrich, and I will be coming back to Heinrich, because like I said in the beginning of each episode of the Reikland, I do want to talk about the units in each army now. So Heinrich, we'll come back to you in just a moment to talk about it, but I'm going to actually have you lay siege to Blackstone Post. The reason being is we could use those two little armies to try and build up some experience for Volkmar. So while Heinrich is laying siege, let's get you to build some siege equipment. Do we want a battling ram? It would make sending off my demigryphs a bit easier, wouldn't it? Nah, it'll be fine. We've got a cannon to knock the walls down. That's fine by me. So you lay siege. While he's doing that then, we can use Volkmar to go after these small little armies. So declare war. Okay, Mucilon is first. Oh! Did you guys just see? I think we finished the mission. Okay, nice and easy. No casualties at all. Execute captives. Okay, enemy killed. Faction destroyed. A Dawnstone picked up. And a Vagabond. And I think we did finish the mission, did we? Yeah, mission successful. Vanquish the grave scum. Be a war of Mucilon. That was easy. Right. Volkmar, time for you now to do the same for Sylvania. It's a shame that Manfred and the Red Duke aren't leading these armies, because we'd really be able to get some good traits for Volkmar if we did. But you can fight them, execute these as well. Oh, you've retreated. Okay, let's chase you down. Alright, carry on through those. Alright, finishing them off. If this hasn't given him some experience at this point, and I like the fact, if you look here, Volkmar was the one that actually got the death blow in against this Necromancer. So, good job, Volkmar. Okay, Vampire Hunter now for Heinrich. Bone Picker. Alright. We'll keep you near Blackstone Post now. What I'm going to do, though, to avoid the attrition, we'll go into in-camp. Give you a chance to level up as well at the end of the turn. But first of all, let me talk about Heinrich. Now, I'm just going to go through each of the units like I did with Karl Franz in the previous episode. So if we start off with Heinrich van der Saufen, you can see the backstory as presented to me by Daniel Olsen, the chap that submitted him, appearing on here. Next to him then is his good friend Jan-Peter van Zuchtelen. Again, his character's coming up here. Next to him then we have Victor Wolfsaber, a character submitted to me by Drake Immaterium, if I remember correctly. And his backstory's come up as well. He's not had much of a chance, unfortunately, to go up against Norska in this playthrough, but he may get an opportunity in the foreseeable future. We'll just have to wait and see. Next then we've got the Beast Slayers, which did quite well in the battles against Kazrak the One-Eye, as well as Malagor the Dark Omen. And standing alongside them then we've got Marienburg's Finest, my own creation. But the next ones are ones submitted by you, the viewers, and I can't remember, I think it was Alvor that submitted these ones in particular, and I'll point out the ones specifically. But here we've got 4 regiments of the Broken Beak Butchers. These halberdiers have fought against the Beastmen on numerous occasions, with the last time being against Malagor and his army. So well done those guys for holding the line. Next then we've got Alberic's Marksman, my own creation, but the next one, I have to say, really made me laugh when I saw it, and I thought it was quite thematic as well, because this army, this unit, actually did kill Kazrak in one battle, or wound him as far as the game's concerned. And so we've got the first company of Shot Your Other Eye. Again, submitted by Alvor, if I remember correctly. Also by the same person was the Crow Flayers, who fought in the battle against Malagor. And then accompanying them, we've got 1 unit of the Bordermen, the actual units you can get from the Elector State Troops. Next to them, just a normal unit of Outriders that have joined them as well. Then we've got the Wrath, the Ivory Pearl, a series of cannons been taken from one of the ships stocked at Marienburg's port. And then we've got Manan's Thunder. I thought it was quite fitting to name a artillery piece after the God of the Sea, a god which Marienburg would probably want to, keep in mind, considering how much they rely on sea trade. But there we go, Heinrich van der Saufen and the army of Marienburg. But you're laying siege. Volkmar has now done his bits. Let's switch over now to Karl Franz. Now over here, as you can see, I've renamed the settlements. I'll eventually get the word right, don't worry. Where, thanks to, I believe it was Bakala that submitted Fort Sigmar, which was originally Carrick Ungor. But I decided to call the minor settlement here Eastern Watch, because a bit of Warhammer lore for you guys. Over here, if I zoom out, this area of the map covered by the Fog of War. Obviously not been created yet by Creative Assembly, but this is the Dark Lands. This is an area which is full of ash and volcanic activity. There's nothing that really grows there apart from real tiny, those stubborn black thorns that just will thrive no matter what. But this is a very desolate place. But it's also a place rich in minerals and resources, and the home place of the Chaos Dwarves. Now, the normal dwarves do not talk about their kin over here in the Darklands, but these are dwarves that have been twisted by chaos and employ sorcery and are well known for some of the most powerful siege equipment in the game, in both, in the tabletop. So I wonder if they're going to be appearing in the Warhammer 3. Could certainly be quite an interesting faction, and especially as it'll be one of those factions you could actually use dwarves alongside hobgoblins, because they were often used, as well as orcish slaves. In fact, it's believed that black orcs came from Zarnagrund, the capital of the Chaos Dwarves, after basically a crossbreeding program happened in order to make them even stronger as slaves. But Yeah, that didn't work out too well given how many have escaped into, well, the Witcher lands to the west. But yeah, I just thought naming somewhere called Eastern Watch to look over into the Darklands for any activity was quite fitting. But Karl Franz, you can't reach Goras Warhoof this turn, and I want to you to kill him. What we're doing then, yeah, we're going to Force March, head towards Fort Sigmar. We can finish resting up and replenishing then, because our replenishment is really high thanks to Fritz here. And then next turn, assuming Goras hasn't run off, we'll be able to finish him off then. So you're going to do that. For Julian Silva, welcome back. You're just making sure that the new population of the area is keeping happy and content. Okay, and up here, Valmir, you're going to go after Hellpit. Now, we didn't see any army actually stationed in here, so it should be a fairly easy fight, depending on what the garrison's like. So let's declare war. That's very promising. Skip through that, and let's lay siege and see what we're facing. Wow. Okay. So we've got a number of rat ogres. We've got 3 Hellpit abominations. And it does look like, apart from their clan rats, that they've obviously called in some favours with Clan Eshen for Death Runners, and also with Clan Scribe for the Poison Ring Globadiers, and with Clan Pestilence for Plague Monks. And leading the garrison is also a Plague Priest and a Warlock Engineer. Okay, I think if we can take the walls, we should do okay. So I'm just going to build, again, some siege towers to make it a bit easier. And then we'll continue the siege, and we'll go after it in 2 turns. So while you do that, Helmet, what am I going to do with you? Well, to be honest, I don't think we're really needed up in Hell Pit. I think that Valmir should be able to do the job himself. So what we could do, in fact, since we know Chaos is coming in over here, we could colonize Volksgrad. We can then get fortifications built up, and we can use it as sort of a front-forward base, so we can defend and defeat the Chaos armies as they come into Kislev. I think that would be quite fitting. And Helmet, if we use Helmet and Valmir, those are 2 powerful armies as well. So let's grab you and send you up there, Helmet. I didn't notice actually, you are -1 apparently. You've used 11 of the 10 special choices. Well, it's a handy thing when the AI doesn't always follow the rules, I guess you could say. But we'll send you up there. Now, it has been raised. Oh. Okay. Looking a bit closer, right? Here's a comparison. If we pop over to here, you can see that Basilin's camp has been raised by Chaos, right? It's got the shrine around it, and, you know, got the hellfire burning underneath. Here, though, we can see Warpstone. And activity that suggests to me that Skaven happen to be living here. So, yeah, since Clan Molders are nearest 1, I presume that's their territory too. So we'll make sure to go in and fight them for it in the next turn as well. Alright, Balthasar, I think everyone now has moved. Is there anything I need to spend my money on? We've got 10,000 to spend. Right. Let's quickly have a look, because we've got 1 more turn into Oldorf's done. And I do want to spend some money then to upgrade the Conclave of Battle Wizards. How much is that going to cost me? 9,000. Now we do have 1 more landmark building. Let me just double check. This one. The Imperial Palace is going to cost me 10,400. But look at those bonuses for getting it. Yeah. I think we want to get it. 10,400. And this one's going to be 9,000 something? 19... Could do it with a little bit more income if we could have managed it. Ah, it's fine. We'll save the money for now then. Let's just upgrade all our points. So, Jam Pizza, let's see. Could give you... Let's give you another point. No, let's not worry about that. Let's give you Flamestorm. Oh, Immortality. Oh yes. Welcome, Jam Pizza, to the ranks of the Immortals. Heinrich, let's give you... You've got your combat abilities. You've been given a Pegasus for now. Although we will probably try and give you a Griffin in a few turns. Let's just give you a point in Emperor's Finest. Increase our melee attack and defense. Victor, let's give you Tools of Judgment, extra bonus against large, extra leadership, Stalker. Sigmar's Ward, let's give you 2 points in Tools of Judgment. I think that's quite fitting for a Witch Hunter. Lufa Huss. Oh Christ, what am I going to give you now? Okay, let's give you... Could give you Destroyer of Corruption. Allow me to get Warrior Piece anywhere. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Let's give you 2 points in Great Fever. Right. Not only does this give me now at plus 12, as you can see. Hang on. Oh, that's sucky. Oh, I suppose it still works out better, doesn't it? Plus 30 when it comes to fighting against Greenskins. Yeah, just 20 plus 24 then. Okay, we'll do that. Volkamar. Let's continue making you a bit of a badass when it comes to combat, shall we? So, let's give you 4 points to spend. Can we give you any... No, we can't give you any battle prayers. Let's give you 2 points here then. Benediction for extra leadership. Sure. And let's give you a point in Runemaker. There we go. Thomas Ludenhoff, the captain accompanying him. Let's give you Foe Seeker and Blade Shield. There we go. Faust Durand. Let's give you some points in Deadly Blades. Okay, Vincent's moved. Settlement upgrades. Let's spend some money on Fort Soul. There we go. And finally, we can end the turn and see what happens next. And it only took half the episode to get through that one turn phase. Oh, thank God. This Banshee just tried to assassinate, I believe, Lufa Huss. Yeah. And luckily she failed. Phew. Young Kerr, what do you want? You want a military alliance. I'm afraid I'm not going to give you it. I don't want you dragging him into any wars I'd rather not have you do so. So, yeah. Reject. Ooh. Stones of the Ancients. I haven't seen this one before. Ancient stone circles have been discovered in your state, remnants of the Old Faith, which in a prior age may have involved a primitive form of nature worship and blood sacrifices. There is evidence of recent activity at these sites, indicating that there are those who still practice the dead religion. The discovery of the monoliths and the recent use is angering the recognized cults of the Empire, who always seek to subvert any elder meaning, dismissing it as backward, regressive, and a distraction from the true religions. In the modern day, the cults have considerable political gravitas within the Empire, so their opinion should perhaps not be overlooked. What action will you take? So we can use 1,500 to bribe the cults, and pay them for their ignorance of the matters, demolish them so it could be prudent to appease them. To be honest, I'm going to go with bribing the cults, because I like the bit that it says there, despite the fact that destroying the monoliths is destroying a piece of our history, I don't think we should do that. So I'm going to actually bribe the cults, and it shows in a way how, you know, easily swayed they are by money, I guess. We also finished state issue weapons. Fantastic, we're going to do a bit more extra research. Now, need to double check, yeah. Someone burned down Grenstadt, and I don't know who. Given locations, Avaland have taken Karak Dromar. Really? Come in. No, it happened before the Border Princess's turn. So I don't know, was it maybe Avaland that actually destroyed their own region? I have no idea. No idea at all. Anyway, so one thing I remember I needed to do for this turn is need to engage in some diplomacy. Because remember we had that event in the last turn, which basically makes it so all the major factions with port settlements will be able to be contacted now. So we have the possibility to try and get some new trade partners. So Bordelot, do I want to defend? Why not? Let's get a defensive alliance with you and a peace treaty. Anyone that we can help drag into our wars to help us out a bit, so be it. And we are the second most powerful faction on the map, so that might help us out too. No, I definitely want trade. If you're not going to give me... Hang on. Oh, payments. Sorry, I need to click on this button, don't I? Give me 2,000 instead. Oh, Christ, you really are being fussy here. Fine, give me this much money.
I will.
There we go. Non-aggression, it will do the job. Alright, Estalia. They're quite rich. Let's get trade non-aggression. But I'm not willing to give you anything more than that. There we go. Laurendorn Forest. Are you willing to make things official with us? You are. Okay. Let's give you these two. And let's see how much you're willing to give me for a defensive alliance. There we go. I'll take that. Avalon also willing to do things as well. Thank you, my dear. Looks like you're actually willing to give me a little bit of money for this. Non-aggression. No, give me that. And you're still going to pay me a little bit of money? Let's try 500 though. There we go. Okay, Chris, what about you? Let's just do that. Thank you. Anyone else? Kofik. Wow, you're really not doing too well in this, are you, Kofik? Alright. Obviously, Aslin's not really doing too well when it comes to his foreign campaigns, shall we say. Although you're fighting Hagrief, Lothan, fighting Lothan. Oh, no wonder things aren't going too well for you, my friend. Tyrion is a bit of a bastard to fight. Right, let's pop back on here. Let's spend some money now on getting the Colleges of Magic. We now got over 10,000 a turn. If we had the spare cash, it would be tempting to try and get the temple built, the palace done now. Let's get an engineer's workshop built instead. There we go. That's a lot of our money done, but we don't really need to spend money on anywhere else right now. So let's get some more cash coming in instead. So now that Goros hasn't really moved, declare war on him. It should be an easy fight for us to do. Oh wow, I love how he's just slides along the ice. The animation, unfortunately, for him running around on the campaign map is not that working that well. But let's do that. Nice and easy. I'll tell you what, yeah, let's pardon the captives and get some extra cash. Father of drunkards. Mixing alcohol and violence never ends well, does it? Oh. I mean, these bonuses ain't too bad when we're fighting raiding armies, which will make it good against rebels. But the fact that we got plus 10 bonus with wood elves because of it, that's handy. Although I have to point out, when I actually go through this, something just struck me as sort of amusing, right? If you remember, Karl Franz in this playthrough was also responsible for taking out... Here. So he's got not Moonslaker. Hang on, where is it? No. Grave of the Greedy, here we are. Because we defeated Edward Van Goodacrow, when we're fighting at sea, Karl Franz actually becomes drunk, apparently, when it comes to fighting. And then he's also got the achievement now saying that you shouldn't really mix alcohol and violence. That just amuses me, what can I say? But anyway, Karl Franz, let's start marching you back. As tempted as it would be to keep you about, I'm actually still tempted to try and go after the border princes with him, so he'll be able to get a chance to replenish along the way. In fact, still got this army lying around. Let's get your force marching back down to Tempelhof. Okay, helmets, let's get you after Volksgrad. I suspect Skaven are here. Let's find out. There we are. Now, the handy thing about the Skaven being here, apart from, gives us some target practice for our artillery, is that because it's a proper settlement, it is captured. It means we can just do this, and we don't have to worry about spending troops and money to recolonize it. It's already been built up with some stuff here already. Let's demolish both of these. I'm thinking we want to try and get a bit of... We want the defenses up, and we definitely want something for growth, just to quickly get it up to tier 3, so we can finally get the settlement with the walls. Okay, hang on. Valmir is still replenishing, laying siege. Balthasar Geld's got one more turn. In fact, cancel that, and we can now afford the this. Go on, thank you. There we go, much better. Alright, you're still attacking, you'll be done in one turn. Apparently, Musilon are back again. Let's give you a bit more experience. Wipe him out. Daniel Everstone. Goodbye.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
Right, I'm not with... do I want to chase him down?
For the heir of
Yeah.
Sigmar.
We'll do that. We didn't really need to, but it gives him more experience. And what we need to do then is bring him back, because I don't want to try and face Heinrich Kemmler's army by myself. I'd rather have... What do you mean you cannot? Oh, it's because of all these agents sitting around the place, isn't it?
Setting forth.
There, you come here. Now, speaking of agents, I need to check my diplomacy. What was the dwarf faction near us? Carrick-Ziflin, isn't it? I shouldn't... Yeah, Carrick-Ziflin. Are you at war with the Barrow Legion? You are. Are you willing, perhaps, to come over here and provide some support? You might do. What about Artois? You're at war as well. Are you willing to come and give me a hand as well? You might as well take advantage of anyone that happens to be nearby, yeah. If they're willing to provide troops in order to make my battle a bit easier, then I'll quite happily take it. Alright, but you've done that, Everyone, Kurt, let's see if we can have you now take out that sorcerer. Follower gained. Successful. Fantastic, good job. We'll move you back there now. Can't boost up your income anymore. We've done all your tech skills here. Might as well give you a point in Seer and Doom. Okay, Everard's Auslander, this is the chap that's with Valmir. Let's give you another point in Deadly Blade. Volkmar, you got 3 points to spend. Let's give you Grand Shield of the Faith. A little while left. 4 more levels until we give you Soulfire. Right. The Work of God. Oh wow, this actually boosts up my flagellants quite nicely. Missile resistance 50%. Oh. Let's give you this one for my troops. And this one for the combat potential. Because we've got 3 units of the Blessed by Stein, so why not? Okay, Fritz, can we give you any more replenishment? We can. Great, you can have that. Thomas Ludenhoff, let's give you your Pegasus. Okay, and do we need to give you any more combat potential? Yes, give you Blade Shield. Christ, how much of this do we need to do every time? Helmet, let's give you Wire's Comfort. Tobias Jack, let's give you Evasion, so we can start working on giving him things like Magical Reserves and Earthen. Okay, Fugilon Silver, you can stay around here. Okay, Vincent, Research. Let's just continue to improve our infantry. Get improved heavy weapons. Karl Franz can level up. Jesus, Karl Franz, what can I give you at this point? Stand your ground. 24 melee defense, that will come in handy. We've already got Taste for Battle for the Great Swords, Halberdiers, and lots of the units in his command. Let's give you Sharpshooter. A lot of my ranged units, as you can see, are level 9. So anything that's going to make them much better in combat, very useful. Genevieve. Jeez, I'm running out. Spending all this time just doing points now. Let's give you... No, let's not worry about Earthen. Let's give you some more health. There we go. Can we give you anything else? Re-student? Sure. Anything that can increase my research a bit. Lufa. What am I going to give you now? Let's give... Wild Eyed. Let's increase your melee attack a little bit more. Okay. finally now we can actually end the turn. Oh dear. Thorgrim Grudgebearer, what do you want? You know what? I'm quite happy to give you military access, and 3,000 is quite a decent sum for it. So yeah, you can have military access, and we get it back as well. Oh. For a minute, I thought Richmond there was actually gonna... Thomas Ludenhoff is being wounded. Okay, well at least it wasn't assassinated. Well, at least that's something.
Greetings from
Durfu, what are you after? You want a non-aggression pact? I can take that. Sure. Oh, okay. So, after pretty uneventful and turn phase, I think I'm going to end today's episode here. So, we can actually start next time with a bit of a bang. As not only have we got the battle at Blackstone Post to fight, but also the one at Hell Pit. But before we do that, apparently now we've got a quest bound to do the Staff of Command. So, I'll let you guys read through this. So, just pause when needed. But it looks like Volkmar's getting the same problem that we had. Remember when we had that event pop up for the Prestige? Where it says, like, you know, people would turn around and saying that, you know, we actually worship chaos and stuff like that. But it looks like Volkmar's getting the same problem. But to be honest, that should be a pretty easy one for us to do, because we've already got heroes scattered around the map. So, let's just skip through all of this. Oh, the Lomalone Forest has been defeated. By who? It's gone burnt to ruins. Right, okay. I'll tell you what, let's just move you up there a minute. There we go. Perfect. So now we need to build a Temple of Sigmar. Right. Again, there's a bit of information there and there. And there. So it looks like the Archlectors... Sorry, not the Archlectors. The Owl Ulrich of the Cult of Ulrich have been saying some bad stuff about us. But anyway, let's end the episode here. So, this is going to be the last playthrough episode of this year, because the Wood Elves will be coming out on New Year's Day. However, tomorrow, I'm going to be putting up a video, which isn't, you know, to do with any of the campaigns, but it's more a video for me to be able to talk about a couple of things that have happened this year, and such as, you know, I've managed to make it finally to over 1,000 subscribers, as well as talk about my plans for 2020. There's a few things I would like to try and do on the channel, as well as, you know, evolving the channel, not only just with the content, but also other things as well. So, if you have a moment, watch the video when it comes out. Feel free to give your input as well, because at the end of the day, you viewers are the ones that drive a channel. So if you've got anything you would like to say, feel free to let me know in the comments of that video. Otherwise, if I don't speak to you beforehand, have a great new year, guys, and I shall see you in 2020. But as usual as well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you join me next time for some more Warhammer. But until then, take care, and goodbye for now.